Welcome, welcome to our humble studio. It is Tuesday.
Yay!
Well, man, it's. Whoop, I just hit the camera. Oh, but this camera's on. So yay!
We got it together,
We
people.
got it together. Well, man, I am happy to be here tonight.
Are you?
It's gonna be yeah. This is yeah. You know, it's funny. I've had a headache all day, and chatting with you guys definitely makes me feel better.
Oh, that's nice.
So so I've been looking forward to this, and this weekend's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be in New York and doing the Disability Unite Festival on Sunday. We'll be there from like noon till 4. I think is when the festival's going on, the parade and all that sort of stuff, and I'll be talking and painting. But we'll be getting into New York on Saturday, and we'll be there Sunday. So if anybody's out there, we'll be there too. Let us know.
Yes. Come out and say hi.
Yeah, and we'll be in Central Park. So, and I think the weather's supposed to be pretty. It's going to be rainy, but it looks like it's going to be nice.
Yeah, and it's at the band shell. So we've been posting throughout the week like what we're doing, but we'll post like a map and all that fun stuff as we get closer. But it's in Central Park at the band shell, noon to 4 Sunday.
That'll be cool. That'll be fun. And then next week we're going to be in San Diego. So if anybody's out in San Diego, we'll be at the Comic-Con nerding it out. That's going to be fun.
Nerding it out. We're almost done with Jack's cosplay costume. I'm excited about this.
That is cool. It's been fun. You guys doing that. That's been really cool.
I will say though that so we're building this giant bird skull, and then as a backup in case we didn't finish, he bought the Moon Knight like just straight mask you wear. And I have a sneaking suspicion he wants to wear that more than the big bird skull we built.
Well, I was thinking that was my idea too, because the big bird one's gonna be harder to go around in. But the other one, like it's closer and he's gonna have glowing eyes. Like it's actually the see-through eye thing that he's gonna. So with both of the costumes, they're actually they're modding them. And
yeah.
Well, the one with the conchu is actually full build, but the other one is a mask. But you guys are gonna mod it. But yeah, so we'll be in San Diego Comic-Con, which is kind of like Burning Man for nerds. So we're gonna be there doing that. And
yes,
that'll be fun. So if anybody's in San Diego, hey.
Well, Jessica's with us and says, hi, guys. Nice to see y'all again.
Hey, Jessica,
thanks for tuning in. Ron Suffert's with us, says, hi, everyone. And Ron Captain's with us, says, hello, guys. Hey. And Cassie Garb's with us and says, you're on opposite sides tonight, changing things up.
Oh, shoot.
Well, I mean, are you going to...
I didn't even realize.
I didn't even realize that either, but it's funny because when we were adjusting cameras earlier, I was like, something's just weird. But I didn't know what. That's funny.
Thanks. We're unintentionally switching things up. See, but we have it like this so that when I do this, like, hey, Jackie, it looks like I'm looking towards her.
Huh.
But when she looks at me, it looks like she's looking off at someone else.
Like, what's up, John?
Yeah, you have to look away from me. But she used to be over here. So whenever we would look at each other, it made sense with the camera. Yeah. But now, because she moved over to the stage area, and when she looks at me, she's actually looking at me, but on camera, she's looking away.
Sort of.
Which is odd.
I don't know. But, who knows? What's going on? I don't know.
It's
Well, Fred's with us, says, whoa, hello, guys, the old switcheroo. Linda's with us, says, have fun. And Fred says, oh. So, yeah, I'm stoked about Comic-Con. It's been a decade. It's been a decade since we've been. So It's funny though, because like I'm really into the exclusives and the vendor hall, and the panels are great and all. But the other day we were talking about it, and you were like, okay, so we're excited about going to buy more stuff, and you immediately were like, oh, okay.
I'm sorry to joke. Like, so these exclusives, you're having to pay for them. Okay.
Well, I mean, they got a Star Trek teacup, that's like an exclusive. They've got some enamel pins that are exclusive. Anyway,
pins and tea sets, guys.
Hey, man, if you're not living for that, what are you living for? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's going to be cool. It's all it's all good, but we're getting ready for the New York thing, and that's kind of fun because in the studio, I want to paint kind of bigger than what will fit in a suitcase, So for this, I get to try out some different things because one of the things, when you're an artist, if you like painting and you like to do it a lot, or you want to go on vacation, or you want to go somewhere and paint, plein air, like you want to go out and about. The hard part about that.
You want to pull a Monet and just paint by the river?
Yeah. The hard part about that is that actually having like a surface to paint on that's bigger. I mean, most of the time when you see people painting beside a river or something, they're little tiny things. That's because that's what'll fit in a backpack, or that's what'll fit in your art case. But I'm wanting to paint at least like a 2 foot by 3 foot canvas, and that doesn't fit in any backpack. I mean, and so working out ways to do that. And so what I'm going to go with is a 2 foot by 3 foot canvas. I'm going to work on there. And so I was just working out all these different ideas of how to do that, whether it's like telescoping wooden easel prop thing, all this. So
yes.
But what I've come up with this time is it's 2 18 by 24 inch canvases to work as a surface on the back, and then I'm going to stretch a raw canvas around it, and then so I can take it all apart and it'll fit in a suitcase.
And you're gonna do another New York painting there, so that'll be cool.
Yeah. So whenever I'm there, it just clamps together. It all clamps together, but it's really solid. So I'm gonna try that and see if it works.
Yeah, I always like to joke with John because he loves to pack a lot of stuff, and actually I'll go on the record and I'll say you probably normal pack.
Oh, thanks. Hey, that's the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
I'm going to regret this.
I was going to say the funny thing about it is that I don't really feel like I pack that much. I'll bring like, 2 shirts and 1 pair of pants.
Well, I feel like, I guess I want to pack the least possible. Like if it was up to me, I'd be like a carry-on with tiny rolled up things, and that'd be it. I know that's not, sustainable, but I mean, when we pack, it's usually like, 2 enormous suitcases with you, your Diana Ross wigs. I don't even know what's going on over there, but
don't get me started on my wigs.
No, it's ridiculous.
No, but it's funny. Yeah, I'm the stereotypical lady, I guess, like
diva.
The Gabor, the whatever the.
But all in art supplies.
Yeah, but it's all art stuff though. Is the funny thing is that it's. Like, so we're probably going to have 2 check bags, and 1.5 of it is art supplies.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And it's the largest bags you can get, they'll let you.
Yes.
But it's because, but they're paying for us to come out and put on an art show. So, I need to bring art paintings.
Got to do it up.
So we got to bring like 6 easels and 5 paintings that are done. 1 giant painting that's not done. And, that takes up room, guys. And then you got to have paints, and paints are heavy. Well, when you think like, 4 ounces of this, 4 ounces, that's nothing. When you think, well,
4 ounces of every color.
Yeah, you got to bring the rainbow, guys.
I mean, we're not mixing here.
Well, but with the mixing, but invariably I get there, I'm like, I didn't bring burnt sienna. Oh.
Yeah, and it's like the one color that's crucial to the piece.
There's always that one color.
I was like, you did that on the cruise. Like, you didn't bring bright orange, and it was like, that was pretty crucial. Well, Valerie's with us, says hello, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Hey.
Nancy's with us and says hey.
Hey, Nancy.
And Robin says hello, loves. Hey. And
I got to give Jackie props too. She went into the very guts, the bowels of the brains, even of the treadmill that we have, and she replaced the brain and the heart and everything. Like, she rewired it. So she got her treadmill going again.
I hate that thing.
What brand? It's a Nordic track.
It's a Nordic track.
It's a really good. It's a commercial Nordic track. Like, you got maybe 2 years ago. We got it in 2020 because the gyms were closed. And it's too hot to run outside in Texas, so it was like, we've got to do something. Yeah, and we've had problems with it ever since, and we've replaced a computer like twice, and all these different things. But it turns out there might have been like a short in one of the wires. So Jackie replaced the wires. They're like, well, here, replace the wires. And they've been good in that they're sending us everything for free. So we're constantly, everything on this story track is brand new at this point, except for the belt. And
I didn't sign up to build my own treadmill. That was not part of the workout.
It's a DIY.
No.
You're modding it. but now though, but what it might have been from the get-go, it might have been a short in the wiring that blew. So
I'm hoping. But we'll see.
But props to you because you did it.
Thank you. Hey, I'll tell you, the biggest workout was like turning that thing over on its side or on its front end and side. The thing weighs like 300 pounds, like some 400. I don't even know. It's ridiculous. I had to get Jack to help me because I didn't want you doing it.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet, guys. Like, so Jack is my height now, and he's my goal weight, which I am not. Oh, I learned this week that I weigh 40,000 Legos. That's how much I weigh.
Yeah, but see, you can't. Is it 2x2s or is it 4x2s? That's vastly different.
I know. Yeah, that's true. But I also weigh as much as a giant panda, which I don't like because it has the word giant in it. And I weigh the same as a bearded pig, whatever that is. I do have a beard, but I don't want to be called a bearded pig.
Maybe a bearded pig is like a big hog.
But they weigh like 100 kilos, and I weigh 100, which is a nice round number. 100. That's nice and even.
Nice round number. I like it. Yeah.
So,
well, Fred says,
and I like kilos because it's a lower number than pounds. So I'm now giving my weight out in kilos only.
There you go. Fred says, seems like the paints would be the worst packing. Yes, that is accurate.
Oh man, Fred, you're so right. I've learned from that though, because I've had some explosions, lots and lots of paint explosions in when you're flying, and because back in the day, it would fly like once or twice a month, and then before COVID, and now it's getting back up, we're starting back up again, but so I learned how to pack the paint so when inevitably something would explode, it wouldn't like coat everything. But the worst thing that I ever had explode was a dog deodorizer, because I travel with a guide dog, or she travels with me, or we both end up the same place at the same time. So we're a team. But I had this doggy spray because you groom them and all, and it smelled like baby powder, and it smelled so nice and so sweet, and the thing exploded inside of my suitcase and just drenched all my clothes in this baby smell. And it was a strong smell. Like it was, there wasn't anything subtle about it. And there wasn't anything I could do about it. You can't really wash it. And even like I tried to rinse things out and stuff. And I would walk it was a convention hall that I was doing some stuff in, and people would turn around because they would smell a baby smell walking into the room, and it was like, holy moly.
Was your I don't think I was with you. Were you staying?
No, you weren't with me on that. But it was in Indianapolis, and I mean, I didn't make the whole hall, but people as you would walk, it was a type of convention where they had not go-karts, they had golf carts to get around in.
Oh,
like it was big, and it was, you would walk down the different aisles, people would you would hear people off a little way saying, "You smell baby powder?" You smell baby powder?
It's better than the alternative.
Yeah, it made your eyes water. Oh my gosh. And you also you don't want to go in like, "Hey, I'm a professional." You smell like a baby. What's this baby smell? I'm a hardcore art professional.
It's crazy.
Hard edge.
Well,
anyway,
Karen has joined us. Karen, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Karen has joined us and says hello. Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Well, hello.
It's spelled CAIRN.
Ooh,
so that's
I like that spelling.
And Fred says you probably don't like that smell anymore. So
I didn't for a long time. I sure didn't. And boy, what smell I really like though is like the copper tone, like that sort of. I don't know. It reminds me of being a kid.
Suntan lotion. Yeah, yeah. That reminds me of Vegas.
Yeah, it reminds me of being a kid. Because I was a kid in the 70s, 80s, before people started hiding from the sun, and they would put stuff on there to make themselves bronze.
Yeah.
So growing up, my mom and her sisters and every female that we were around, apparently, in the pool, it was just this wafting smell of this coconut sort of smell.
It's a good smell.
It's a really good smell. Yeah. And then we went to Vegas and I had it. I thought, it was just relaxing. So it made me feel
they pump it into the casinos. So
this is the same era where, we drove the parents would drive these huge cars. no seat belts, and the kids, you were in the back seat, just sliding the one side, sliding
Those
the
were the
other
good
as you
old
go around
days.
corners. Good time. And and I love I don't know if you guys remember, but the old cars, they would have like the behind the back seat where the window was like a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a kid, you could crawl up in that shelf, and it was just so warm, and you could lay on the shelf. And, like in the winter, and it was just like you were in there, and it was like a bubble, and it was like almost like you just lay there until like your mom would slam on the brakes and
Stop.
go shooting off into the floorboard. But even then, I don't know. I think kids in the 70s we were made out of rubber bones or something, because even with that, you'd bounce right back up, go ha.
Yeah. Well, Christy joins us, says hello from Houston. Hey.
Ooh.
And Karen says it's a Scottish derivation of that.
Sweet.
So that's really cool. And Fred said cocoa butter.
Yes, that's it. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good smell.
That is a good smell.
Okay, so we've yapped for a while. What's on the easel?
Yeah, let me show you. So I have a commission.
I think you need to give like the full backstory because it's a thing.
Okay, so this is a commission so it's sometimes I get commissions and they're great because it's very open. And sometimes it's hard because it's so open. So with this, it's sort of the idea of how everybody's connected and space and DNA, like the thoughts, black holes. It's all these different
science,
and it's wonderful. Like it's all the stuff that I really dig. I love, and so I was trying to come up with a composition that would lend to this. So I started one drawing, which is underneath this. You can't see it anymore. Only with X-rays will it ever be seen again. But it was an eyeball which is, I know it's passe and cliche and all this sort of stuff. But it was an eyeball, and then in it was reflected the cosmos, and a black hole. It was a pupil, and a lady's head with the hair going out. And that part I liked. And then there was like DNA and stars and all these different things. But it was just, it wasn't great. So I got a lot of blowback from the other workers in my studio.
Look, do you want us to just a reminder,
like... I only work with the other person on the screen.
But I thought Jack liked it. Didn't Jack like it?
Yeah, probably.
I had questions about the face that was in the bottom part of the eyeball.
I had notes to give.
I mean, it was just that the pupil made the face in the bottom part of the eyeball make it look like a Cyclops situation from like Ray Harryhausen like movie. It just was weird.
Well, that kind of makes me like it. I like Ray. I mean,
but I don't think that was like what the customer was going for.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I was feeling the same thing, and that's one of the things. Like Jackie and I very often are on the same page with a lot of this, and sometimes her words cut me to the quick because it's what I was thinking too. I'm thinking like, oh, because you don't want anybody else to see you're ugly. Whatever it is about you, anything that's marred or flawed, you don't want other people to see it. And then Jackie has a way of being a wonderful critique where she sees it and she'll let you know. And
I walked into the studio and I was like, I think you should scrap this.
Yeah, like no, burn it.
It's like scrap this.
But if I was in love with it, I would keep on. And
yeah, that's true. You'll listen to me when you want to, and that's cool.
Well, the other thing that I think is what makes your criticism really, really strong is that you're always saying you really need to paint what you're excited about. You need to paint what excites you, because when you do that turns out. In that eye painting, I wasn't that excited about it. I was just trying to wrap my head around it. But sometimes you have to do that. So bear in mind, this is just a drawing that I did a little while ago, and it's early days. So here's where it is right now. Really early days, guys. So when you look at this, it's gonna seem like a hodgepodge. But okay, what it is though, is behind here is going to be sort of a galaxy going on. This lady's hair is going to be going around. You can see some of it, and it's also going to be whipping up all through here. In there too, or there's two double helixes, which is going to be like DNA. There's going to be stars up in there too. So right now it's just a white background, but you're gonna have to think there's going to be a lot of really deep blues and purples and all these different colors and vibrant other colors going in, like more yellows and reds and pinks and stuff that's going in there as well, but also stars and different things. And over here is probably going to be kind of a black hole. So it is a very mystical sort of painting, but I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I mean, I already dig it, and so you're good to go.
Well, good. So far we got the
That's
okay.
really all that matters.
So anyway, I want to show you all this, but I'm going to work on it a little bit, so it's going to get a little bit closer. Hey, if I put this down, is that about right? Sweetie?
Yeah, you're good right there.
It's hard. Itchy nose.
Well, Randy says, "I'm sorry I'm late. Thanks for tuning in.
How
Anyway,
dare you,
didn't miss
Randy.
trivia, and really, that's what it's about." And Mary's with us and says, "You guys are adorable. Thank you."
Oh, thanks for joining us, Mary and Randy.
All the way from Cincinnati.
I forgive you, Randy, for being late.
Cassie says, "I love it already. Your painting."
Oh, thank you. Hey, thank you. You probably would have liked the other one as well. So no, thank you so much.
And Christy says, "Jackie approved."
Nice.
And then Fred said, "Yep, cool start." So yeah, Jackie approved. Yeah.
Oh man, Fred. Man, I don't know if you saw the last one, but we plugged your stuff.
Yeah, we got stickers, we got all kinds of fun things.
Yeah,
I think he might have been out of town, but I think he tuned in and messaged you.
Yeah, but gosh, I don't know where your CDs are right now. But
oh, they're right there.
But now,
dun dun dun.
But now you're here. I just want to say thank you again so much for sending your music, and all. And I'm not sure if this is right side up.
Yep, you got it.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, good. Hey, but here, this is Fred's music, guys. Listless Numbers of Youth, and they're really, really good. But I know for everybody that was watching us last week, we went into it a lot more. But man, thanks again for sending that. So much fun to paint too, and I love that each CD is so different. You know that it's very like kind of punky on one and more and so I don't know.
Well, and I loved the piece of paper on the inside with all the I assume lyrics and all that stuff because it had Garbage Pail Kids all over it, and I'm a huge fan.
Man, nice.
I'm obsessed with some Garbage Pail Kids.
Was that last week that we did?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
I lose track of time.
Randy said Russell's here and we're watching on the big screen. Hey, Russell.
Hey, Russell.
Fred said yes, I had to watch it later. You guys are awesome. Oh, thanks.
Oh man, you're awesome. I've been following you on the socials.
Christy says I hit enter too soon. Jackie approves, and Christy concurs of your painting. So, so you got the all clear, babe. You can paint on.
I can proceed. Well, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. I mentioned earlier I've had a headache all day, and I don't know what it is, but you guys have already made me feel better. So thank you.
Just get on the internet and fish for compliments. That's what you need to do.
Okay.
Fred says yes, it was the lyrics, and the Garbage Pail Kids are actually names of the band members. Oh, that's cool.
Really?
That's cool. Man, back in the day, my friends and I would trade the cards, and it was a huge thing, and then they became popular again a few years ago, and I don't know. I wanted it to be a thing that Jack got into, but he didn't.
Do you remember any of the names of the people that you like the most, or the characters? Like, I was never really into them, but
I don't remember off the top of my head.
But there was like a few that I had because it was just funny. It was so
clever. There's one that was something Sally. I don't know. Anyway, Russell says I love your Nirvana shirt, Jackie. Thank you.
Thank you. Nirvana.
Yep. Old Faithful. Okay, so when we talked last week, we were talking about the fact that we're going to check out some art in New York next week. Like by the time next Tuesday rolls around.
Oh yeah, I forgot to apologize.
Well, I'll set this up. So, next week we will have been to New York. So we'll have some footage from that and some talking about some fun art stuff there in that area. And then the week after that, we will have been to Comic-Con. So, I mean, I can't imagine, but we will have a ton of really fun, crazy footage of wacky Comic-Con stuff. So the idea was meet in the middle, Dallas, check out some Dallas art, show it tonight. Well, guys, it is like 108 outside, and the only reason I'm going outside is to like go pick up prescriptions.
Yeah, it's kind of we wanted to go to Dallas. We're going to go to the Bishop Arts area this weekend, and because Eagle, her little feet.
Oh, dude.
We can't go out during the day because it's literally 105, 100, more. And then with the concrete, it gets really hot. So we were going to wait until it cooled off. But but even at 9 or 10, it's still like 100 outside, 90, high
like
90s,
99. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So we just said, well, it's silly. We're in Dallas. I mean, we live here, so we'll just wait and do that when it's cooler.
Yeah.
So and I mean, I could have used a cane and all, but also, I get hot too. So instead,
it's just ridiculous. It's that type of heat that just makes you irritated if you're outside in it too long. Like there were a couple days where I was just like irritated. I'm just irritated. I'm not even really out in it, but I'm irritated. I can't go out. My plants are wilting, and you can only water them. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I know it's funny whenever like the warning for a hot tub says do not exceed 104, and then outside it's like 105, 106.
Well, and the thing about the hot tub is we turn the temperature down so that we can, use it during the summer. It won't stay down. Like it gets hotter than what it's set at. It's ridiculous. I have it
set at 98, but it won't really get below 100 because it's just outside is just so hot. And it's something about this year, like the next 10 days where we are, it's not going to get the high during the day. At night it gets down to 80, but during the day though the high isn't going to be below 100. I mean, for the next
it's
at least
ridiculous.
10 days.
Well, in Texas there's energy issues with ERCOT and all that fun stuff. So there's the possibility of rolling brownouts because people are pumping their AC constantly. So it's like we're living on the edge, people. On the edge.
Yeah. This is true.
Well, Chrissy says correct, going outside is an absolute no-go. Fred says it's 102 in northern Nevada right now.
Man.
Yikes. Amy says my pool feels like a hot tub. I would agree with that. Caitlin joins us, says hi. And Robin says my beautiful green grass is not green anymore, no matter the amount of water you put on it. That's why we don't have grass. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Gina joins us, says hello. So, okay. So I will say
hello.
That even though we didn't go to Dallas, there's this piece of art in Dallas that I think is really interesting, and you might have seen it on the interwebs, but it's an enormous 30-foot eyeball in the Main Street district area of Dallas. So initially when we were going to do all this, we were going to go check out some art. We were going to go to Bishop Arts District, and I wanted to go see the eyeball. So I thought, well, I'll just show you a picture of it for anybody that's not from the Dallas area, and you can kind of see what's in our backyard. So I'm going to go over to a picture of the eyeball, and I'll give you guys some fun facts about it. All right. I'm going to share a screen.
Oh, it's funny. Whenever you said our backyard, it made me think. For the longest, when we moved into our house, we had a 4-foot chain link fence, so all the neighbors can see in our backyard. Now there's like an 8-foot privacy fence, but for the longest, it was a chain link, and we had a sculpture in our backyard, which was the only sculpture I've ever done was one for the Dallas Museum of Art that I did. It was this amorphous white sort of sculpture. Which all the neighbors thought was a snowman. So they thought we just had this weird snowman thing in the backyard, and it finally disintegrated.
I mean, our neighbors surely have caught on to the fact that we do wacky things. I mean, there was plastic blown in the wind for a week because we didn't clean it up for a while. Anyway, well, Gina says, makes me grateful for the 93 degrees here in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Soak it up. Fred said, yes, my grass is sad. And Steve says, hey guys, while you're in New York, you should try to meet up with James Rath. He is a blind filmmaker.
Oh, that's cool.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's at the thing. They have like Lachis there. They have a lot of like really crazy, cool people. And Amy said, I see you, you see me. Yes. And Robin says, Christmas town. Yes. Well, we are a mess over here. Okay. So in Dallas, there's this giant eyeball. And it's 30 feet tall. It's fiberglass, and it was made into it. Okay, the artist is a guy named Tony Tassett, and it was made in 2007. It wasn't installed in 2007, but it was made there, and it's modeled after his own eyeball. So it's like looks real when you walk up on this thing. It's got red veins through it, all that fun stuff. It's weird. People, it's an attraction, even though it's a giant eyeball in the middle of downtown. So the story is that the eyeball is where the very first Dallas skyscraper was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was a 15-story neoclassical, tallest building in Dallas at the time, which it quickly didn't stay the tallest. I think, I don't know, some big hotel went in right afterwards in 1912 or something.
That is a habit of happening.
Immediately right afterwards. But so a guy comes in, his name I think is Tim Headington, and he buys the hotel, or he buys the big skyscraper, and it's old and decrepit and all this stuff, I guess, over the years. And then so it gets torn down in 2012, and he wants to put in a big garage, like parking garage. And everybody around the Dallas area in this area, well, here I'll show you guys a picture of the 15-foot story building that was in its place. Let's see. Let me go to it.
That sounds like that song, "Tearing Down Paradise to Put Up a Parking
Lot." Yeah. Okay, so this was the tallest, 15 stories, tallest skyscraper in Dallas. Right before, and it was still there. It got torn down in 2012. And so keep in mind, this eyeball was built in 2007. I assume it sits in this Tony Tassett's studio. I don't even know how this works. I'm fascinated with that. But so the guy who owned that building and took it down wanted to put like a giant parking garage. The people were aggravated with it, said it was going to be a big eyesore. So I guess it's just a legend, hasn't necessarily been proven. But so instead, the Headington guy, Tim Headington, decided to purchase this giant eyeball and put it in its place.
Ooh.
So that it wasn't an eyesore for the parking garage. But what's cool about this is that it is really cool, and people have weddings in front of it. They do. I mean, there's all kinds of social media galore out there for this thing.
Did they put the parking garage in at all, or is it just the eyeball?
It's just the eyeball in this little like park.
That's funny
situation. So it's pretty cool. It's cool. It's weird. It's cool. But anyway, that's a cool Dallas scene. But if you want to, see some other cool art in Dallas, there's always, here, I'm going to share a different screen. There's always fancy murals you can go check out, like this one.
What's
this is your mural in Bishop Arts of the girl with the guitar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fancy.
And the people look like ants because it's so tall.
So what's cool is like this wasn't, the area around this wasn't hugely built up. There's actually a really cool restaurant right next to it now. I mean, the coffee shops and pie shops and all that stuff are there. The Bishop Arts District is a really cool area, but
what's cool, whenever you start making art in an area, it does change the whole area, and I mean, it starts inviting more people in to live and to play. It just changes the whole vibe.
Yeah.
There's murals all over that area.
Yeah.
I have another giant one that's like the same size, like a block down. Like it's the entrance of the Bishop Arts. So
yeah, that gets
like the first thing you see when you go to Bishop Arts.
Yeah.
And it has the sign. Well, I painted in the sign that Bishop Arts area.
Yeah, that one. If you look up Bishop Arts murals, that one is like comes up pretty quick. This one is kind of tucked away inside of the little area, but
it's by a pie shop though, which is sweet.
Well, Amy says, yeah, the pie shop was a draw. Anytime Jack would come out to like work on the mural with us, it was like, well, we got to take a break to the pie shop.
And if you're looking at the mural, and if you go directly to your left and you cross the little alley that's there, you'll go right into the backyard of a bookstore that's also a coffee and they had served drinks and stuff.
Wild Detectives.
So there's a gate there. You can walk right through that gate, and you're in their backyard of this whole little thing. So it's just, I don't know. It's nice
that place is awesome. That place is called Wild Detectives. If you ever get together,
I always forget their name.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, Fred says very cool. And Karen said, my daughter and her friends are making a cow sculpture on wheels for a summer theater workshop. It will be for the Intro to the Woods, Into the Woods Junior. Oh, that's cool.
How cool is that? That's neat. Man.
Ken's joined us, says howdy. Fred said,
hey, kid.
Fritz said, sorry to backtrack. When is New York? So we go to New York on Saturday. We come back on Monday, but the Disability Unite is on Sunday from noon to 4 New York time. And I'm sure we'll do like a Facebook Live from there. I mean, it'll be a big to-do. And
no, I'll be painting live, and I'm giving like a little talk at 1:30. Then I'm giving a bigger talk later.
Yeah,
like on the stage, and then I'm doing a live painting. And but there's lots of people out, and it's all to celebrate disability awareness. And there's like a parade going on, and there's going to be lots and lots of musicians and lots of like other things that are happening. And so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Well, Steve says, I've seen that eyeball many times. It is an attraction. Cassie says, wow, how long did that take? That mural, that only took us this one we went really fast because there was a deadline.
It only took about 2 weeks.
But
the reason that it goes so quickly, though, is because it's all planned out. Like it's a pretty meticulous planning where the whole painting is actually done on canvas. I did on canvas in the studio beforehand, and Jackie goes in and she photographs the building, and then draws out on canvas like where all the any seams are, any architectural anything, and the windows, the doors, all that, so I can start planning like breaks and stuff in the painting. Like I know the extended foot's going to be going like there's this long rectangular window. I know the foot's going to be hitting right there, so I know drawing wise there. Which
is good because I could not help you in any of that department.
There's like an arm that's holding the neck of the guitar, and that's going right next to like the third story window and stuff. So and then the bricks and stuff, and you start to plan all this sort of thing out, and then it's all broken down into little sections and stuff, so that once we get there, we know, okay, well there's these spots that are going to take a lot of time, but then there's also big parts of the mural where, like on the right hand side, once you get above the foot, it's just like yellow and then blues, going all the way up. So you can just go, like with the rollers and stuff, and go crazy with it. And it's all planned out, when you're going to transition and all this sort of stuff. And then Jackie has a digital copy of the photo down on the ground while I'm up on the lift, and she's able to radio up and say, hey, do this, do that, or where, and I say, where am I? What's going on?
Yeah.
And she can
try to reorient you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
and actually we had somebody that I think on this one they helped.
Dan Black helped us on this one because we had such a huge time constraint. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was like the first 4 or 5 days, I think he was, something like that.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 days. And he was there, and he helped us get like the lines down and stuff, like to start it, because that's one of the things that take the most time is the prep lines, like the stuff that you're just starting with.
Yeah.
And then once you can get the wall kind of carved up, then so and that was a lot of fun. I'd worked on that was the only second time I'd ever worked with somebody on a mural. But my first mural that I did, it was actually in New York, was with Ruben.
Yeah.
He didn't work on my part, but he worked on his part, but the two murals kind of conjoined.
Yeah.
So that was fun. I don't know.
Well, Ron asked,
Dan's awesome. So it was just like, heck
yeah. Yeah. Ron asked, how tall is that? If I remember correctly, it was 60 feet tall because the boom lift that we rented was just under that and we couldn't reach the top. So you had to go to the roof and paint down. So that was dicey, but 60 feet tall. Ken said, love that. Fred said, that is great. Mike Dubanoff's joined us, says hello all. Hey. And Fred said, thank you. So,
hey.
Okay.
I want to play some trivia.
I know. I was going to say, we need to do this. We're going to do it stat, man. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready to play trivia. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't bring my A game last week, so I don't know.
Well, do you want to pick what we're doing? What subject?
Yeah. What are the? Okay, let's see. Last time we went with entertainment, I think. That was hard.
No, I think you did well. I think we got 100 on that one, and we never get 100 on these.
Oh, I think I got a lot of help from the crowd.
Well, I mean that's probably true. Okay. Well, let's see. Randy says dictionary. Of course he does.
Well,
the only problem with dictionary is that sometimes they ask the order of things alphabetically, and it's like I'm not spelling things out.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. We've done that in the past, and Jackie's had to spell out all the words, and We could still. I mean, it'd be fun.
You want to do dictionary?
Well,
you're like,
I don't want you to have to spell because it was a lot of words. So where it's just like, which, yeah, it was like dictionary. It was like what
where in the dictionary does this fall?
Yeah, instead of it being like
weird.
a weird word, it was like, well, which word comes first? You're like, well,
yeah. Okay, Fred said never done history or geography, and Russell said general knowledge. What do you? We could do geography. History and geography.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I'm down for either. You could flip a coin.
Well, I don't have any coins. You with your coins. Okay. Let's switch it up. Let's do
history?
Oh, yeah, there's history. And geography separate. So, do you want to do history?
Yeah, let's do history.
You're a nerd. Okay, let's do it. Let's see how nerdy you are.
Oh.
Okay. Randy said history, but not geography. Here we go.
Ooh.
Okay. In Greek history, who ran 26 miles to Athens to announce a victory over the Persians?
Oh, okay.
Okay. A, Nike. B, Prometheus. C, Marathon. Or D, Pheidippides?
I'm going to go with D, Pheidippides.
Pheidippides? Every time we get one of these Greek questions, I cannot pronounce the name.
I don't know. I think it's D.
All right. Well, Serenity has joined us. Says hello, John and wife and Jackie.
Serenity,
she wrote,
what a
sorry
great name.
Yeah, that's a good name. I like that name. Okay, so we've got a lot of B's.
I have to ask you, Serenity, are you a big fan of Firefly? Just because.
Because of the name.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of Firefly, and I'm not even named Serenity. That's man.
Well, Serenity said I changed Facebook and YouTube name, formerly Artfully Blind. Oh, you've done a show. Okay. Serenity Art. There you go.
Well, nice.
You've been on that YouTube show. That's cool.
Well, man.
Okay, so do you think it's D?
I think it's the dippity doo dippity da.
I don't want to say it again because I'm gonna massacre it. Okay. All right, let's try it. There you go, babe. See?
Yay.
The crowd was a little all over the place. Okay. This is going to be difficult. Everything I'm going to have to pronounce in this entire quiz is going to be ridiculous.
You'll just apologize now.
I'm just going to apologize now. Okay, the Kamehameha dynasty. It's ridiculous.
This is already the best trivia game.
Dynasty once ruled over which place?
Ooh, a dynasty. Okay.
A, India. B, Japan. C, Hawaii. D, New Zealand.
Okay, I've got a guess.
Ooh. What's your guess?
Well, my guess is Hawaii.
Because it's Kamahana.
Yeah, the Kamahana.
Because I can't say it.
I don't know.
Well,
because that sounds like something that you might hear.
I mean, that would be my assumption. Either that or New Zealand, because they have like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, we got.
I've never been to either place, but
I have not.
I'd love to go to both.
Should we try Hawaii?
Sure.
Where would you want to go first, Hawaii or New Zealand?
Speaking to anyone that's in Hawaii or New Zealand, whoever would like to have me out, that's where I want to go.
Anybody a private jet? Okay, let's try Hawaii.
Hey, it doesn't be a private jet. It could be
Yeah, we'll fly coach. It's cool.
It could be It could
I'm not going on a prop plane.
A prop plane with a tightly wound rubber band.
No, that's John. No, negative. John will come visit you. I will not.
I'll even help you wind it up.
Okay. Gina says it's pronounced. Oh, first of all, we got it right. It was Hawaii. And Gina says it's pronounced Kamehameha. Kamehameha. Oh, thank you. Gina.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Who said, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears?
Oh, okay. I got to guess.
You should know this because you're a big nerd. A, Julius Caesar. B, Cassius. C, Brutus. Or D, Mark Antony?
Gosh. I want to say Caesar, but it could be. I could just be thinking that because he's the most famous.
The crowd is way far away from you.
What is?
The crowd.
Oh, what are they saying?
Quite a few people are saying Mark Antony.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was thinking either that or Brutus, but
See, Brutus sticks in my head, but I don't know. This is nerdy territory. Like I don't know.
yeah.
But the majority of the crowd is saying D.
Ooh, really?
Should we go with the crowd this time?
Yeah, we should
let's do it.
because I was thinking, we could like
the crowd was right.
Ah, nice.
Way to go.
All right.
Okay.
That's I'm glad. That's a good thing to learn.
Who dreamed up the original Utopia? A. Thomas More, B. Henry VIII, C. Hans Christian Andersen, or D. Cardinal Wolsey?
Yeah. Gosh, I'm gonna have to go with Tommy Moore.
Really?
Tommy Moore.
Fred said these are hard.
These are hard.
These are a bit tricky. We don't usually do a history one. Okay, so a few people are saying A. So
yeah, Henry VIII wasn't really a writer.
Well, no, he had other things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's pretty much on the Thomas More train. Should we go with it?
Yeah.
Way to go, crowd. Okay, which of these did Sir Francis Drake die of?
Ooh.
A. Polio, B. Hanging, C. Heartache, or D. Dysentery?
Oh gosh. Well, I don't know. I hope when it gets time for somebody to write my biography or my headstone or whatever, it'd be like, he died from laughing too much or something. He was just too happy.
Well, quite a few people are saying dysentery.
Dysentery. Gosh.
That's like, Oregon Trail stuff.
Yeah. I'll go with that too, because because gosh, I
think he was pre-polio. Heartache, come on, man.
Well, he's pre the cure of polio, but that doesn't mean.
Well, it's true. Yeah, everybody's saying D, dysentery.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I remember hearing for sure, but yeah, that rings a bell for me too.
All right, dysentery. We might just be. I'm not going to jinx it. Okay. Ancient Sumerian record keepers used which medium to record their writing? A. Soft clay, B. Wood, C. Paper, or D. Papyrus?
Ooh. I'm thinking it was cuneiform, wasn't it? That they wrote in? And I'm thinking it's soft clay because they had it available.
Yeah.
Plus, it lasts over time. Like that's one reason that we probably have the record of it. I mean, I know there's tablets and stuff, so I want to say that the clay makes sense. And
okay, a lot of people are saying soft clay. A couple of people are papyrus.
Yeah, but I think that was the Egyptians.
Well, yeah, I know that, but
I think that's when that really came in. But I think Sumerians, it was clay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with clay.
Okay, let's go with clay.
It's funny with these trivia things because you can talk a lot and try to talk yourself into something.
Yeah. Clay, you got it right. Soft clay. Bam.
Nice.
Okay, what was the medieval name for China popularized by Marco Polo?
Oh, wow. Ooh,
A. Persia, B. Mesopotamia, C. Assyria, or D. Cathay?
Oh, my goodness.
This I have no idea.
I don't. Man.
No idea.
I know when I was a teenager, I wore polo.
I played it in the swimming pool. No idea.
I've worn a polo shirt, and yet none of these experiences have prepared me for this moment. So.
Well, there's a couple of Persias. There's Mesopotamia, Syria. I mean, it's all over the place.
Well, Persia. Okay, let's see. Mesopotamia, that's Greece. Syria, gosh, where's that?
Assyria.
Cathay,
Yeah.
That's Assyria. Gosh.
I mean, in Persia seems weird too, to be like. There's a few Cathays. Should we go with that? Because it sounds like the one oddball one.
Persia, I mean, it was an empire, so it could have been part of China. I don't know. But Cathay.
How accurate was the movie 300? Let's see.
Well,
no,
yeah, really, were they?
You think with all the
they never really said where they were
something.
coming from. They were just like, they're coming in. They weren't like, oh, where all did they come from?
I have no idea. They had really pretty earrings. I got nothing. Okay, should we try Cathay? All right, let's do it.
You think?
I don't know. It's the one weird one. Let's. Oh, we got it right.
Nice.
All right. Way to go, people that guessed D or knew it. All right. What was the name of the bomb shelter developed and used in Britain during World War II?
Oh man, I don't know.
A. Smithson Shelter. B. Anderson Shelter. C. McDonald Shelter. Or D. Lewis Shelter.
Gosh, I want to say a Lewis Shelter, but maybe I'm getting that confused with a boat. Was it the Lewis boat? No, there was some boat, but that was an American thing that came up. Lewis, though, kind of rings a bell for something.
I mean, did they only have one?
Well, it was probably like a type, like a design.
Oh, okay. Because that's just not enough.
Everybody come in. Be sure and crowd in, guys.
This is the Lewis Shelter, people. Get in. Like what? Okay. Well, okay. It's between. Well, there's a couple.
Tom, we're putting you on a diet. You're taking up too much room.
We ain't got enough beans for that situation. Okay.
Man.
All right, we got probably more Lewis than anything, but it is a little bit all over the place.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do?
Let's do Lewis if you're good with that, because that rings a bell somewhere. Maybe some World War II documentary, right. Jam that in there. I don't know.
It's not Lewis.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
If it was a McDonald's shelter, maybe you can get some burgers and fries while you wait.
Burgers.
What do you think, Anderson?
Let's try Anderson. Okay, it was Anderson. All right. All right. I have no idea. Cool.
Wow.
In which city did the St. Valentine's Day Massacre take place?
Oh, I think I know this one.
A, New York. B, Berlin. C, Paris. D, Chicago.
I would say Chicago because I think that's where Capone was.
And was that a Capone thing?
Yeah, the Windy City and rat-a-tat-tat.
Rat-a-tat-tat. Okay, the majority of the crowd is on your side with this one. Let's go with it. All right. Way to go. Okay, which British Prime Minister is the great-grandfather of actress Helena Bonham Carter?
Oh.
This is interesting. A, Asquith. B, Churchill. C, Attlee. Or D, Gladstone.
Gosh. Hey, what is your favorite movie that she was in?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Thought she was really good in Fight Club.
Yeah, she was really good.
I mean, she's good in everything.
She's really good as Marla. She's really good. Even in Harry Potter, is Bellatrix? Is that her name?
I don't remember her name, but she was good in every one of them.
Yeah, she was really good. The only one I really, to be honest, the only one I really know is Churchill.
Well, Fred said, okay, Amy said Harry Potter and Fight Club. Fred said best movie was Sweeney Todd.
Oh,
interesting.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so, and then, we got some A's. We got a little bit of everything. So, Asquith.
Asquith. Ooh.
I mean, Churchill, Attlee, and Gladstone.
Well, wouldn't it be cool if she was related to Churchill?
That would be interesting. Ron said The Crown she was good in. I don't remember her in that one.
I don't know if I've seen that.
The Crown? Never seen that one?
I don't
you might like it. If it's the movie I'm thinking of, it's about an art, the guy that steals art.
Oh, isn't that the something Crown affair? Like the Thomas Crown affair?
Maybe. Oh no, The Crown. Okay, The Crown on Netflix. Okay, that's good. That's good too. Anyway, all right.
I don't know.
Gina said always Harry Potter. Randy said I liked her in that movie by Tim Burton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all of them. And Fred said I never saw Harry Potter. Like, should we address this?
No, I mean, it happens, and they're
cool. All right.
You know what? You know what blows my mind though is when someone's never seen a Star Wars.
I can't even. I don't even.
But
Serenity,
which is fine.
Serenity Art said they've never seen Harry Potter either, which I get, but I don't get. Okay. I mean, it's not like my favorite movies, but they're so good and entertaining. Why not watch?
Yeah, it's almost with some of these movies, they're just like they become. There's so many of them, and they're so.
I guess it's like overwhelming.
Like it's almost hard to avoid seeing any of them because if you're over at a friend's house or somewhere, like at some point.
That makes sense.
But of course, maybe it's because all of our friends are nerds. They all watch these movies, so maybe that's why it seems that way to me. But,
well, Gina said, "Shame, Fred." LOL.
Shame.
And Fred said, "No bueno." So
you should watch it, Fred. One of us. One of us.
Yeah. Okay. So, Prime Minister, who do you think?
I'm gonna go with Churchill because I want it to be true, but not because I think it to be true.
Okay, let's try it. It is not true.
Maybe it's the first one.
Yeah, let's try the first one. There was a few people that said that. It is.
Ooh.
Way to go. We should have listened to you.
Yeah.
We only got a 90. Man. We're still A students, but that's life.
Well, that was good though. That was fun.
That was fun. That was history. That was hard.
It was hard.
Well, okay, so you're painting over there in theory.
It looks basically the same. I was just what I was doing during the show, because I was just enjoying chatting. I was trying to clean up her eye a little bit and then add a little more tinting.
Yeah.
In here. So just cleaning up some parts that I could feel were wrong when I was initially drawing it before. So I was just trying to fix that a little bit. But in the shape, like her jaw's not quite right here. So I was just trying to fix a little bit up. But it will be changing very soon. Tomorrow, though, I'm going to be starting a new drawing of like a New York, like a bridge, probably in Manhattan, and a couple, because it's something I want to finish in New York. So,
yeah, and I'm excited because we're gonna live stream from New York, and it'll be a lot of fun. Well, Fred said 90 is pretty good. I'll take it.
Yeah, still an A, right?
Yeah. It's better than I did in high school. So, Blind Neil's with us, says good evening. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh,
and Serenity says fun game. Thanks for playing along. Fred says not the history I was expecting. So yeah, that was a bit harder, and now I feel a little like I should have known more with homeschooling and where did we go wrong?
Well, I don't know. You never know with those questions, but that was fun though. I did better than I thought. I did better than I thought I would do. Yeah. So I'm happy with that.
Well, Serenity wants to know really quick, what subject is your favorite to paint, John?
Oh, it's a good question.
You paint everything. That's what's difficult.
I do. I paint everything. Actually, in the painting I'm working on right now, I'm literally painting everything. DNA and space and black holes.
Space-time continuum.
Yeah. Timey-wimey. It's a very timey-wimey painting. I don't know. I love painting people, and I love painting animals, and especially like dogs. I love painting dogs, but it's a lot of fun to paint people too, especially people that I know. If I get to meet somebody and feel their face. With technology, you can work from photographs now, even without being able to see the photograph, which is really, really cool. So, and I like painting places that I've been, so anything that's just like, I don't know, gives you a little bit of energy, that makes you feel good, and I like trying new things. So that's a big thing. So a new technique or something that I've never tried to paint before is a lot of fun because it just keeps it interesting, and even if you fail at it, you've learned, and that's fun, and so that's cool. And I know that sounds like a cheeky kind of answer. I mean, it's like, oh, whatever. But it really is. Like, if you're trying to paint something you've never tried to do before, it's really hard to fail at it because, it's okay to fail on something you've never done before because you've never done it, and you're just learning. And if you happen to do well on it, then it's just a win-win.
Bonus.
Well,
Serenity says me too. Love including faces in my art.
Oh, that's sweet.
And Ron says thank you guys. It was fun. See you guys next week.
So. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
I would say follow. like, follow, share, all the fun stuff. And especially because I'm intrigued by this painting, so follow along on the socials and see how this turns out with John. I'm curious.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It could go any direction. But thank you guys so much. And if you've been here before, which you'll know, we'll be back in 15 seconds.
Well, I mean, Fred says I used to love drawing eyeballs, so that giant eyeball was super cool. If you're ever in Dallas, first come see us, and then we'll go check out the eyeball. And then Serenity says, will you join me weekly on my weekly live stream? Can we schedule something?
I'd love to. Yeah, let me
shoot us an email, bramblet@gmail.com. We'll schedule it. We're out of town for the rest of, sort of out of town here and there for July, but yeah. And Ron Captain says, have a great evening. Thanks so much, Ron, for tuning in. And Karen says, have fun in New York. And Ken sent a emoji that I have no idea what it is. But thanks, guys. We will see you next Tuesday.
Thank you, guys. See you in 15 seconds. Thanks so much, guys, to our Patreon supporters and all you guys for hanging out with us tonight. You really you made my day for real. So thank you. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks.